Wow. Wait till you meet our next guest. There he is, smiles abounding, Dr. Marshall Flam. He's got the best name, as he told me, for all kinds of nicknames. So think about this, his book, Wordle Limericks, Flamericks. I love it. That subtitle is brilliant. And, he's so super active, and he has such a long career as a doctor. And now he has this fun thing that he's also doing too, and able to wrap a lot of, I think, his humor into what's in this book for sure. So, Doc, thanks so much for coming on.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
Let's talk about, first of all, first I want to talk about your career, right? So, tell us the medical route for you.
Well, I went to college in the intention of becoming a chemical engineer and hated it. I've always been attracted to the sciences. So I shifted over into life sciences and went to medical school and became a doctor. I practiced oncology, or cancer medicine, and hematology, blood diseases, for 40 years in Fresno, California, and at UCSF, San Francisco. I taught for the 40 years. And I retired after the 40 years. I've been retired 11 years now. And I started writing limericks for, not necessarily initially for publication, but about 2.5, 3 years ago. It was triggered by the game Wordle, which, as many people who play this, there are almost 3 million people that play it worldwide, results in a 5-letter word every day. When you get the solution to the word, you feel proud and you compete with your friends as to how many guesses it takes you. But after playing it a few times, I was more interested in doing something else with that word. And that was incorporating that word into limericks. And as you know, a word can have different meanings. And I used that word to create limericks that were A, humorous, so people would laugh, B, that were educational, so that people who read them would learn something. And so I started doing this for about 3 months, and every morning I'd recite the limericks to my wife, and she got tired of hearing them, and she said, "Leave me alone, go publish them." So I decided that was a great idea. So I started writing them with the intent to publish them. For the more esoteric limericks, educational limericks, I have footnotes. I've also modified limericks a bit. So limerick traditionally has 5 lines. Lines 1, 2, and 5 rhyme with each other. Those are the A lines. Lines 3 and 4 rhyme with each other, the B lines. And so it goes A, B, B, A, but it has a certain rhythm as well, because the A lines have 3 feet, or anapaests, so it goes da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. But the B lines have only 2, and it goes da-da-da, da-da-da. So the way it sounds is da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. So using that form, using that Wordle word of the day, with the intent to make you laugh and learn at the same time, I generate these limericks. My first volume I published and re-edited and republished it recently in an improved form, has 607 limericks, representing the first 400 Wordle words. The second volume, which I have ready to go, is the second 400 words, and it has over 1,000 limericks. So I also changed the limericks a little bit by adding a 6th line every now and then. let me give you an example of how a 6th line can make a difference. This is the book, Wordle Limericks. Those that play the game will recognize the cover. Number 296. Oh, no, wrong one. Number 298. The word that day on April 13th, 2022 was chunk. This is an example of how a 6th line makes a limerick better. I don't know anyone else that ever published a 6-line limerick. It goes, oh, and those 6 lines are always in parentheses. So it goes as follows. From a single chunk of clay, God made Adam one bright day. Then he took from Adam's rib material to make a glib female from his DNA. Here comes the 6th line, thereby introducing foreplay. So I think the 6th line is a good invention that enhances limericks. But as an illustration of how these limericks can be educational, allow me to read to you number 23. The word was crust. Crust. Who's crazy enough to write a limerick about crust? I mean, the bread was so old that the crust developed a mold quite robust, yet Fleming was willing, footnote, to discover penicillin, not to discard it in complete disgust. And so this is a footnote on Alexander Fleming, the invention of penicillin, its impact on society. So those are just a few examples. I can give you others, but allow me to ask you, and you can ask me some more questions.
Sure, it's just awesome that just hearing that, just the imagination that you have, obviously, and I love the footnotes, and so it can be absorbed in a lot of different ways. I also want to know, what does your wife think now? She says, go publish it, and she did.
Well, you know how wives are. There are a number of limericks about her, so. But in any case, no, she's behind my efforts to do this. But you know that there are going to be 2,309 Wordle words. The New York Times took it over. My introduction has the whole history of limericks and Wordles and my putting them together. So the last Wordle word, unless they invent one that has 6, letters in it, will be on October 14, 2027. This gives me a chance to publish 8 volumes potentially.
Wow.
And now I'm writing an average of 5 limericks a day for each word. So this could be a very large work.
Wow. So what, and obviously you said your wife is some of the limericks. There's a lot of inspiration you can draw from even your own career or your interest, that kind of
yeah,
thing.
they're very varied. I have 33 categories that I classify the limericks into. And I have tables at the end of the book that tells you what a limerick word category limerick is. So if you're interested in a particular category, such as science, you look for every limerick number 30. If you're interested in art, number 3. So it's just a variety of topics. It's an opportunity for me to dump a lot of trivia that I have stored in my brain over these 83 years. So
I love it. That's what I call UBIs, ubiquitous bits of information.
Exactly.
You're spreading it. What a great thing. It's also good for your brain. I mean, you're a doctor. It has to keep you active.
Well, yeah, it's anti-Alzheimer work, that's for sure.
Yeah. So how long does it usually take you if you're pumping out these many limericks?
Well, I spend about an hour in a day with the limericks and the footnotes. I have my methods for generating different topics. So, for example, I'll give you another example of how you can have different topics. So the word one day was snout, number 286, and snout, of course, being a nose. So the first limerick I wrote for that day was regarding Cyrano de Bergerac, who had a very long snout. Another one was about Pinocchio, who intermittently had a long snout. And then the third was about Jimmy Durante. Now, the younger generation is not going to know Jimmy Durante is, or who Mrs. Calabash is, which I have as the sixth line. But they will learn that from my footnotes.
Wow. And all the categories, you talk about the different categories. Like, for example, do you have sports? Is sports a category?
Yeah, oh yeah, number 31, sports. I have a bunch of tennis because I'm a tennis fan. Baseball, yeah, there are many sports. Just to give you an idea of the categories, I will show you that this is the list of 33 categories.
Woo! Wow. Something for everybody.
Animals, anthropology, archaeology, art, crime, jurisprudence, dance, friends, family, fantasy, legends, myths, fables, food. It's anything you can think of. And I cover every possible category because number 33 is unclassifiable.
Unclassifiable.
So I could fit any limerick into any category.
So you're doing Wordle every day, then boom, there's the word, and then you go from
Yeah,
there.
but I'm in it for the limericks, as most people are in it for how few guesses they can have. But of course, I didn't start doing Wordle until number 470. So that first volume is actually all words that I did the limericks retroactively.
Wow.
But now I'm doing them on the same day. That's why I'm generating more limericks. And of course, as time goes on, you get more facile doing it.
Right. How much do you, and I love this, I mean, you're the 6-line guy. How much do you love the 6th line? What a brilliant idea.
Oh yeah. Some of them have 7 lines. It's just
Wow.
So I'm just having a good time with this and hoping that it catches on. I've had fairly good sales on the first volume, but the improved edition, the one that's currently now on Amazon and maybe going into Barnes and Noble soon, will be much better, and it also looks very pretty.
It does look very pretty. You're right. It's easy for the eye to read it. For everybody who's listening and watching, it's easy to pick that up. And this is
the footnotes are right behind that. So each one, not every limerick has a footnote.
Right.
The motto of the book is expressed in a limerick. And that limerick, if I can find it here at the beginning, is right here. I hope this book you will not spurn, and your full attention I will earn. My limericks won't make you cry, so go ahead, give them a try, and join with me to laugh and learn. So the motto is laugh and learn.
Exactly. As you said, you can get it, certainly you can get it on Amazon and the new and improved for sure.
Right.
This is a hard question because it's like asking what's your favorite child or whatever. But do you have a favorite limerick that you're like, oh, this is, I've done.
Yes, I do. Let me just say that until now, almost every published book of limericks was 100% ribald, bawdry, dirty.
Yeah.
I have about 8% in that category. So every now and then there might be a bawdry one, which I wouldn't want to read in front of children, which is why I listed as 18 and over. But there's only a minority of those. The book will be great for reading as a family group. It's great to keep next to your night table and read a few before you go to bed. It's not a book you're going to pick up and read cover to cover, but it's a coffee table style book. But my favorite one is a slightly off color word, but I think you'll be able to tolerate it, and so will the listeners. The word that day was force, F-O-R-C-E. It's a double limerick. Many of them are double. I actually have a couple that tell stories of the limericks, like Tarzan and Rapunzel. It's like 4, 5, 6 limericks. In any case, this one, my favorite, is for force. The first one is serious with a footnote. The second is funny. Force equals acceleration times mass. That's what I learned in physics class. Isaac Newton foresaw his emotion's second law. Few his genius could surpass, but note on Isaac Newton. It follows then, should you pass gas, it's true, it does not have much mass, but it can have enough force to put a hole in your shorts while evacuating the room really fast.
So clever.
So you learn and then you laugh.
Right. Learning and laughing, that's good. And I think
Right.
you're saying it throughout this whole thing, the book, Wordle Limericks, Flamericks, that you can pick it up whenever you want to, and it's very entertaining. And it also, I do think it's good for your mind. It makes you think and all of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of thought-provoking ones in there too that makes you think. I can try to give you an example. Oh, here's a good one, an example of that. By the way, this could be used for teaching if I remove the Baudry ones.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm thinking about in the future, because, I mean, somebody hearing that limerick in high school isn't going to forget the formula for force.
No.
So number 132 was world. And I did 2 limericks, but this one I think is an interesting one that makes people think. Our world is 6,000 years old. At least that's what we've been told. But the biblical apostles knew nothing of fossils, something they never did behold. 6th line, perhaps God never told. So,
Nice, so clever.
So the religion versus evolution is there.
Sure, I like it. That is thought-provoking, absolutely.
And another example of a thought-provoking one, which I like, is for the word basic, number 100. I was on a lifelong search, even did basic lab research to find the meaning of life and the cause of so much strife. Now I'm back to praying in church.
Nice. Oh, that's good. I love it. I mean, you could go run the table somewhere. Honestly, I think you could.
Well, when I sign books for people, I do a personalized limerick. And if I don't know them, I take a 5-minute history and then I do the limerick.
Wow. I mean, so obviously it hits people in different ways. What do you hope ultimately, and you're saying it, you're weaving it throughout the conversation, that people take away? They're hearing our conversation, they get your book. What do you hope they take away from this and then the future ones that come out?
Well, I hope they'll purchase my book, because if they do, they will laugh, they'll learn, they'll be provoked into thinking. There's also some limericks that create sentiment as well, and some personal limericks, which I explain. One day, I'm a physician that was considered a very good diagnostician, but one day I blew a diagnosis because a raccoon looked dead in my backyard. And when I went to get a bag to put it in, I came back, it was gone. And I said in my footnotes, I did everything but listen to its heartbeat with my stethoscope, but I missed that diagnosis completely. So there's a whole variety of things, including some poetic ones that are just pretty.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find, I think that's 388. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the word that day was night. When the sun sinks out of sight, shortly later, day turns to night. Nocturnal animals hunt and peep. Diurnal ones curl up to sleep. That reverses at dawn's early light. So it's a whole variety.
Right. So we learn definitely.
Something for everybody.
Yeah. We could talk for hours, and I just tell people go and get this book and all the future volumes that come out for sure. You are a delight, Dr. Marshall Flam. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.